Well, you get to see the OTK Priest Reno deck in action. You play Cabal Courier, you pick Coldara Drake, you have a 0 mana hero power since you played Raza the Unchained, and of course you have your Shadow Form hero power. Feels a little bit like winning, as long as you don't run out of time to cast it. Of course, the odds of getting the Coldara Drake from your Cabal Courier aren't particularly high. But when it happens, this happens. So, good game, well played. I'm very sorry, Cloak and Dagger. It's a dirty, cheap trick.
I will fight with honor. The light shall bring victory.
Hey, welcome back. My name is Matthew. We're playing Hearthstone, and we're just playing fun decks right now. We're playing in Wild. We're playing the OTK Priest deck. Now, the way that this works is you play Raza the Unchained, so that your hero power costs 0. You play a Cabal Courier to try to discover a Coldara Drake, so that you can cast your hero power as many times in one turn as you want. And you play Shadow Form, so that your hero power deals 2 damage. And then you're only limited by time. Can you hero power fast enough? Now we've already got 2 parts of the combo in hand, but we do need to survive. And of course, we do actually need to get lucky, otherwise, I mean, if we don't get the Coldara Drake, then our combo simply will not work. Although this deck, while that is the point of the deck, it's not the only thing the deck does. It's a general value Reno Priest, so it's got plenty of ways to win just through value alone. It's got a small dragon backbone, so it's got some good value. Now, we do need to be careful that we don't get blown out by Silverhand recruits. It might be worth it to coin out the Kazakus and try and go for a potion to clear. I think we'll do that. Now, I think we're going for the 1 mana potion, because we don't really need anything else. Deal 3 damage is okay. I think draw a card is probably better. Alright, so we didn't get what we wanted, but I suppose that's alright. We'll just go for gain armor. We don't really need a random demon. So, next turn, I guess we will just draw a card for 1 mana. Luckily for us, he's trading off, so that basically was an AoE anyways. And we're fine with him drawing the cards, it's not a big deal. Of course, 3 more dudes, might be 3 dudes too many. Alright, well we can't play our Twilight Drake because we need it for the Draconid Operative, so I suppose we will start by cycling for a card. Okay, Shadow Word Pain, that's fine. Suppose we will Shadow Madness just to reduce the number of dudes. And we'll just heal. Next turn we can start playing powerful creatures and starting to get ahead.
Reporting for duty.
Mind if I roll need?
Okay, we do have quite a few 5-drops to play, so it's not perfectly clear what we should do, but I would like to get Raza going right away since we do have the Shadow form, and given his weak minions that he's been playing, it might be worthwhile. I'm a little bit scared that he might play Terram, Sunkeeper Terram next turn, because that would allow him to push 13 damage, and that's quite a lot. I suppose we have the Shadow Orb Pain for the Sunkeeper, but then there would still be a whole lot of stuff on the board. So, a little bit scared of it, but I think we're just going to have to take that risk. Okay, well, that's not a Sunkeeper, so I'm happy about that. As long as he just keeps trading away, I think that we will be in a fine position to win this. Okay, this is a good indication that he's playing an N'Zoth type Paladin. Let's see if we can't steal something good. Alright, he's got lots of death rattles, good to know. Definitely playing N'Zoth then. I don't think we need Barnes. Equality could be useful. I mean, with Shadow form, it lets us kill just about anything. We'll go for the equality. Alright. Okay, humility. I mean, that does certainly neuter our dragon. Alright, that's, I mean, it could be Getaway Kodo, but it's probably Redemption, given the timing for when he played it. Alright, we've got our handy-dandy little whelp in hand, so we can play our other dragons without worrying about it. Do we want to get our Shadow form online now? We could just play Confessor and see what we get. I think if we get the Shadow form online now, then our Prophet Velen can start dealing some serious damage. But what are we going to play with it? Almost certainly the Twilight Drake, so let's just get that out. Hopefully this isn't a Repentance. Good. Alright. Shadow form. And we'll hit this one, because we want it so that everything dies to this 4 attack.
I have no time for games.
Okay, he's going face. I suppose we'll give him a Belcher. And I think I want to play the Azure Drake, because that doesn't allow him to trade in his Sylvanas. Draws us a card. Okay. This will be good later. I don't think we want to do anything else. I think we just wait. Alright. Is he clearing again? If I were him, I would be pushing face, but yeah, it looks like he's focused on the value game. He just really wants this to last as long as possible. But really, he's just making it easy for me to deal with his Sylvanas. Okay, well, he's also being very obvious about it. This is almost definitely another Redemption. I don't really want to give him another Sylvanas. So what are my options? Well, we could Shadow Word Pain this, and then Mind Spike this. So we'll give that a try. Alright, yep, there we go. Redemption. We'll kill that. And now, I think we're going to see if we can get that Coldara Drake to complete our OTK combo. Alright, we didn't get it this time, so unfortunately, that's not going to happen. Ink Master Solia, we don't actually have very many spells in our deck that we'd want to use her with. Shadow Word Horror could be very nice. But the Unlicensed Apothecary, we can play it now and it's pretty good. So we'll do that, and then that, because we don't want to deal 5 damage to ourselves. 3 mana 5/5 will allow us to push through quite a lot. Of course, if he's running a Dirty Rat, then that could hurt. But looks like he's focused on clearing still. Now, we are going to be in a lot of trouble when he gets his N'Zoth, because we don't have anything in hand right now to deal with that kind of board. I guess we're hoping to draw into our Dragonfire Potion. It would combo nicely with the Consecrate to clear his whole board. Again, this looks like a Sunkeeper Terram setup, so I do need to be a bit careful. Probably time to play Confessor, since he would have to either trade his Cairn or all of his stuff into it. We can Confessor and double its health. That'll make it much harder to deal with. We'll kill this first, just to see what we get. Oh wow, well, I certainly can't complain about that. Now, this probably forces his equality out, because nobody wants to deal with 2 Confessors. Oof. Alright, that's going to be a lot of damage coming in, so we're unfortunately going to have to use our own equality to take care of that. Okay, we do have the Dragonfire with the Consecrate, so we can actually deal with his N'Zoth now. I think we're going to have to equality, clear, maybe play Prophet Velen just for the board. I think that's pretty reasonable, although we could play the Silverhand Regent instead. I think that's probably better. It contests quite nicely. Or we could use the Consecrate. No, we really want to save the Dragonfire. Unless... Alright, yeah, we're gonna have to do it this way. And the only question is whether or not to play this, and I think we do, because we need to be ahead on board at this point. We're starting to fall behind, and we need to force him to play something big that we can then clear. Oh, Argent Lance. We get to have a peek into his deck. Alright, there's the N'Zoth. Really good to know that it's still in his deck. Okay, and we can actually use Prophet Velen plus the Silverhand to clear that. I'd rather clear this. We can play this next turn. Next turn, the Curator can protect the Prophet. I mean, assuming that he doesn't die here. I don't think he will. You'd need to use something like a second equality. Consecrate would do it if he sunk everything into it. Okay, that's pretty good. I think we still want to use the Curator, though. We're not too worried about running out of cards, and I want more options in my hand. Okay. We'll kill this one. That heals us nicely. And we're going to go face instead of clearing the 1/1s. Even though a Sunkeeper Tarim does punish us, we can't continue playing around it when it might not even be in his deck, and at this point, I mean, I'm willing to gamble if it means keeping my, or pushing 7 to face and keeping my stuff healthy. Okay, there's the Consecrate. Forbidden Healing, that seems like a very poor use of the card. He was not in any danger there. He only healed for 8. He really should have held on to that, in my opinion. So we can Bookworm, push more to face. I think that's probably better than waiting for... Well, we could wait. We know he's going to be running a second Belcher, unless he's playing a Reno deck, which is also possible. Can't count that out. Alright, we will save the Bookworm. We're pushing less damage to face here, but we're saving this for a second Belcher. Okay, Humility. Sinking more cards into this is good for us, because we don't actually care that much about the 7 attack, because he's making our hero power deal 4 damage. I think I'm fine with doing this. Although, perhaps I just want a bigger board now. This way we're getting very close to lethal. We have 11 damage here, plus 4 with the Prophet Velen. Okay, this time I think the Forbidden Healing made sense. But we're just going to Consecrate Mind Spike. Well, I still think we should save the Consecrate and Dragonfire for if he plays a N'Zoth. It could be here, but it could also be one of these. We'll leave the health on our Taunt minion. We should probably save the Talon Priest in case of a second equality, but I want to push more damage, and keeping the Taunt healthy seems like a really good idea. Okay, if he doesn't have N'Zoth here, I think we just will win. But if he does have N'Zoth, then we're going to have to fight through it. Alright, good game, well played. We didn't get the combo off this game, but maybe next time. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.